impact.
Yeah.
No, I don't think preparation has been made, and and it's very clear that preparation is not being made for the risk of another cosmic impact. And again, a point that I'd like to make about this is that we are in a sense in a place where history can repeat itself, that there are certain cycles at work. The work on the comet impact 12,800 years ago has very clearly and specifically identified the debris trail of that comet. And that debris trail is the Taurid meteor stream. And it's called the Taurid meteor stream because it appears to emanate from the region of the sky in which the constellation of Taurus sits. It doesn't. It's within our solar system. It's an optical illusion. The Taurid meteor stream is a giant complex of debris. It is 30 million kilometers wide. What you had was an original comet that might have been 100 to 200 kilometers in diameter, a small moon, which fragmented and broke up into multiple parts. And those parts began to spread out along the whole orbit of the Taurid meteor stream and to widen. The whole thing widened, so it's like a giant tube of debris. And the evidence and the argument is that 12,800 years ago, several large bits of that debris fell out of the Taurid meteor stream and impacted with the Earth. The problem is that the Taurid meteor stream still exists, and our planet still passes through it twice a year. And those passages take place in June and in November, and each passage takes 12 and a half days. And the same group of scientists who are looking at the evidence for the impacts 12,800 years ago are deeply concerned that we may face future impacts from the Taurid meteor stream, that there are still large objects up there. This is not theory, this is a fact. There's a comet up there called Comet Encke, which is part of the Taurid meteor stream. It's a large fragment of the original giant comet. Comet Encke has a diameter of, 5 or 6 kilometers. There's 19 recognized huge objects within the Taurid meteor stream. Calculations indicate that there may be as much as 200 asteroids within the Taurid meteor stream of a diameter of a kilometer or more, which would have catastrophic effect if they hit the Earth. And responsible astronomers regard the Taurid meteor stream as the greatest collision hazard facing mankind at the present time. And it's not something that we need to fall into despair about, because it's perfectly within the level of our technology to do something about it.
What could they do?
Well, to give you an example, commercial interests are looking right now, and the technology is there, to mine asteroids. We can go to asteroids if the commercial interest is high enough. We can go to them, we can mine them, we can extract minerals, we can bring them back to the Earth. The same technology would allow you to move asteroids or comet fragments. You don't want to blow them up with a nuke. That would be a really bad idea. That would turn one large object into multiple smaller objects, which could cause equally massive devastation and would be very difficult to predict where that devastation was going to fall. What you want to do is to nudge them and move them out of a dangerous orbit into a less dangerous orbit. And the evidence is in the next 30 years we are going to be passing through dangerous filaments of the Taurid meteor stream. And if we were smart, we would be devoting some resources to protecting our cosmic environment, just as there are many issues that we need to devote resources to. Unfortunately, the one that's most attractive to our politicians at the moment is warfare. We devote limitless resources to technologies of mass destruction. There really is no end to the amount that we're prepared to spend on that in terms of our so-called security. We feel somehow we're making ourselves more secure by having these incredible weapons and spending trillions of dollars on them. But the cosmos doesn't give a fuck about any of that. The cosmos is out there with these giant objects, which have a far greater explosive power than all the nuclear weapons stored on Earth at the present time. The comet Shoemaker-Levy 9, which hit Jupiter in 1994, had a total calculated explosive power of 300 gigatons. If you took the entire nuclear arsenal of the world today and blew it all up at once, it would yield 6.4 gigatons. So these objects are producing catastrophic results on a scale that far beyond anything that we ourselves could do with nuclear weapons. It's time we spent a bit less time and money on weapons of mass destruction and a bit more on looking after this beautiful garden that we call the Earth and that is our home, and it will be the home of our children and our children's children. I'm a grandfather now. I feel passionately about this. We need to look after this planet. It's our responsibility as a human species to do so. And one of the challenges, it's not the only challenge, there are many, many other challenges. One of the challenges is to pay attention to our cosmic environment and to realize that the cosmos can intervene cataclysmically in the human story, and that the Taurid meteor stream in particular may have been a hidden hand in human history, that there may have been other impacts in the last 13,000 years that have affected and changed the course of humanity on this earth. And the ancients were very good at paying attention to the sky. We ourselves have amazing tech to study the sky, but for some reason we're ignoring this problem of cosmic impacts. And that's incredibly irresponsible because, as I said a moment ago, it is a solvable problem. It is within the limits of our technology. It would require a global cooperative effort to sweep our cosmic environment clean, but it could be done. And a side product of that global cooperation might be a friendlier, more nurturing, more loving, more positive human community.